their digital word walls / dictionaries using Google Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you how we're going to get that started. So here's one I've created, and I've simply taken a set of alphabet that was all together and I've cropped it, but you can do it in your own way. You can use the text button to add in letters and do it from there. I just thought these were kind of cute, so I cropped the letters out of here. Each one is going to be a button that you can press and go to. So if I click on this A, if I'm in present mode, or if I give this out to my students, it's going to go to the next slide, which is the A's. And I can add as many words in here as I want to. And then those are also going to be clickable so that when I click on ant or apple, it's going to click to another picture that I have down here after all the alphabet. So if I click apple, it's going to click to this. It's going to have the definitions. It's going to have some pictures with it. You can even go a little bit further and add YouTube videos in here if you want to. You can have it go to make it be more of a hyperlink sort of document. So that part is all up to you, how in-depth you want your dictionaries to go or word walls. So you can set this up differently if you just want to start with a word wall up here and have it kind of scattered. That's up to you. I put a couple different layouts here. So if you're a little bit more organized, I like the simple look here a little bit better. So you can see this one is linked already down to this one. So it does change it a little bit, but you can see it's linked to bear. And if I go back up, come on. Yeah, it's not grabbing. So this one is a little more sleek. It just depends on how you like it. But you can also use, this one is the word art. So you can also link word art words and have them go to something in the slides as well. And this button here simply goes back to the home button, which is all the alphabets. So I'm going to share this out with you. If you want this copy, it's kind of already started. I have all the alphabets, but not all of the words in there. So if you want to go ahead and add, change the colors, whatever you want to do with it, add more words that have the definitions and things like that to it, you can do that as well. But let me show you how easy it is to get started on something like this. So we'll go to a blank slides. And I like to get rid of this and get rid of this and get rid of this one and start with my blank canvas here. I do like to give it a name. I'll just call this one Word Wall 2 because I think the other one was called Word Wall. And you can choose background or you can go straight to a picture, but I'm going to just pick something plain and simple. And we'll go and we'll use simple letters for this one. Like I said, you can insert images like I did, and I'll show you how to do that. So I just looked up alphabet. As you can see, it'll come up with a whole range of different cute letters. but it did take a little while to separate those out. So if I clicked on that, what I did was just crop each one. Somebody still has their mic on, so if you could, please mute your mic. Oops. Let me grab that right. So what I did was just crop each letter, and then I would get each letter just like that, and I would do it over and over again until I got all the letters cropped out. So it just depends if you want to do it that way. If you find something really cute, you can, or you can do just regular text. Go to your fonts. If you didn't know that this was up here, where you can click more fonts, because a lot of people think that there's not a whole lot to choose from, but if you click in here, you can see there are lots and lots and lots. If you keep scrolling, it'll just keep giving you more and more fonts. I don't know if it ever ends. I don't think I've ever gotten to the end. So if you see one you like, you click it and you can say okay. You can bold it, make it larger. And there's our letter A. Just depends on how you want to do it. And we can move it around. I'm going to make this a little smaller. And our first one is started. So if that's how you want to do that one, you can. So either way. And of course, to do another blank slide, put that in. You can go ahead and set all the slides the same by going back over here and background and add it to the theme. It's going to make all the slides the same color. But if you want it colorful, so where it's all different colors, then you can go ahead and choose a different color for the next one. So it's up to you. If you want to go ahead and see how we put this letter so that it goes to the next one, I'm going to have to mute somebody real quick. Let me see. Miss Morgan, sorry. I just muted you. All right, so to get this one to click into the next one, if you've joined some of my other sessions before, it's simply Control K, and then I can choose what slide I want it to go to. And for some reason, it's only letting me pick try to get this to go away. There it goes. Slides and presentation, slide 2. So then I apply that, and so when this is clicked on, now it's going to go to slide 2. And then I can start adding my words. I can start adding pictures. If you're not sure how to add pictures, you go to Insert Image, search the web, anything with an A, alligator. If you like the alligator by itself where it doesn't have the background, add PNG and it'll take away the background for you. Then we get a nice clean picture of an alligator, and you can put him in there, things like that, and you can put in your text. And that went kind of funny. Let's see if I can fix that. Not sure why it was all super tiny. And now it's upside down. Great. There we go. Doing some magic tricks here today. All right. Then I can, of course, make it bigger, make it smaller, things like that. Like I said, if you want to try the clip art, the word art, you can also do that. You can change, I'm having trouble seeing here, really tiny. You can change these to different fonts. and the word art so you can see how it looks. Change the colors just with these over here. You can change the outline of the colors when it's on the word art. So you can get a little bit more creative with the word art. All right, any questions so far? Oops, nope, wrong tab. Nothing in the chat. All right. So then to add your home button so it goes back to your letters or your main alphabet or your home page, however you have it set up, you want to put something in the corner of the page. You simply find a button and you can put any kind of button that you want. Just be a regular looking button. It could even be, doesn't even have to say anything. I like to put a home button like you saw in the other one, but once you do it for this one and you add it to, come on. Trying to get this to go away here. Don't want it to go to a link. Of course, it's going to be difficult in front of people. All right. There it goes. And I want it to go to the first slide or slide 1. So I'll pick that one. And then I can just copy paste this button every time. I don't have to link it every time. So if I go to the next slide, I can simply grab this, copy it, and paste it. Control C, Control V, and it's copied and it's already linked to that first slide every time. And it puts it right where I want it to where I want it to be. So I did hear a message. All right, questions. All right, so I just showed you how to do the home button. The background of the image. All right, so we'll talk about how the kids can't move it around. So what was the question? Oh, the background. So when you're searching for an image, there's 2 different ways you can say, so if I'm looking up a monkey, I can use the letters P and G, or I can look up transparent. So if I take off PNG and I just look at transparent, that usually gets me just a picture without that background or something behind it or that white box that sometimes comes around pictures. And there we go. So there's our clean, clear picture. And then I simply just keep going throughout the whole alphabet just like that with those buttons. Let's take a look at what else I put in here. So to make words stand out, like I did on there, you can change the colors, you can change the backgrounds of the letters. So if you have a background that really, or if you want to stress certain syllables or vowel sounds, you can change the color of just one letter. So you highlight the letter and then change its color. So if you want, the beginning letter so that that letter stands out, you can do that as well. So that children don't change these, I suggest you send it out as a Kami document. That way all the buttons and everything will still work. So that's, I'll show you using the one that I already built here. And that way the kids cannot change it. Let's look at, they can't move stuff around because if you send it, and you can send it as a view only for your kiddos, and that's going to be like not as interactive. If you want them to interact with the document so that they have to respond to it, they're getting a little bit more out of it, I do suggest they use the Kami so that they can create sentences on the side. They can create a video using the words or saying the words in a sentence, things like that. So if you can see, all of these are linked to different pages. So if a student, I click on it and I can't change anything in here. I don't have one for ant, but I do have one for apple. So it'll take me to apple. If I go back to the home page, it's going to take me back up here. But this way the students can use those comment buttons to create sentences on the side, to add something to it over here. They can use a text box and add stuff on top of their own document, but it won't mess up anything that you've created in the background. So they can add words to their own dictionaries, but that way it doesn't mess up the original. So they can keep adding, they can keep working on it and putting more words in there. And whenever I put, so let's say I want another word in here, starts with the C. I don't know, candle. And I go back over here, but I'd have to make sure that I send that out to the students again. But if I refresh this, candle's going to be back. Candle's going to appear on here. So I can still work on this. It can still be like a living document that can the students can continue working on. But once I make a copy for them, they won't get those updates. So I do have to send that out to them again. Oh, thank you for sending that out. So I guess I kind of like read somebody's mind if I can add new words to the same word wall over time. So yes, in a way, I can keep adding words to it over time and just keep, I guess, assigning it or keeping it somewhere that the students can still access it in Google Classroom. So you might, instead of having it as an assignment, maybe you put it as material so that they can continue accessing it and not just have it and then turn it in or something like that. So there's how that one works. Let's see. I think I went over the word walls there. I mean, the different ways to put in the words and the pictures. The dictionary, I just simply looked it up on Google. I think I just looked up bare definition and copy pasted what it said here and put it in. It's up to you how you want to. I don't know if you're that. I said the G word and my phone turned on. So you can always change this. You can always make it more kid friendly. You can make these more older kid friendly by, making it a little less colorful, kind of like this one is here, depending on your students' ages, things like that. Like I said, you can make them all one color. You can make them very basic. All that part is up to you. The thing that took the longest was probably cutting apart all these little letters from one thing right here. So the easiest thing to do is just use the text or the word art. So either way, like I said, the word art is this one, and it can also be linked to anything in the slides. If you want them to be linked to anything outside, like so when you go to something over here, and let's say you want this picture to be linked, oops, and it's linked to a YouTube video about apples. So if I come back over here, and nope, It was the apple, wasn't it? Let's go back. And so if I click on this, it's going to take me to that video about apples. So like I said, it's up to you how interactive you want it to be. If you just want it as a resource, you can do it like that. Or if you want them to be able to add to it, you can send it out as a copy for them and they would be able to write on it and add to it. Any other questions? The home button, let's see. So this is my home button and all I did was grab an image from Search the Web. And I think I just looked for home icon and found one that I liked, which was this one. So I added that, and then once it's in place, this very first one right here, I linked it to slide 1. So you can see right here, it's linked to slide 1. And every time I tap it or press on it, it's going to take me back to that one. So if I want to unlink it, but you can see that it's Control K, just like I did in here. And I can show you again. So if I go to home icon, I pick the home button that I want, resize it, and I can put it anywhere I want on my page. So even if I put it down here, and I want it to go to the first slide every time, press apply. Anytime I copy paste this, so if I copy it, go back here and paste it, it's going to paste it right in that same corner. So that kind of makes it nice. If I paste it again, it's going to copy Control V. It's going to paste it in that corner, and it's already going to be linked to the first slide. All right. Ms. Morgan, did that answer your question?
Yes.
All righty. So that's how we get our buttons working. It's how we get our letters to go where we want them to go. Our words to go where we want. That's the same thing. You just have to make sure that you're linking it to the correct slide. Whenever you Control K, make sure you send it to the right place. So I can show that again. So I want it to go to the slide in this presentation. I pick that, and let's say I want it to go to slide 29. So it's going to go to slide 29, but that's going to take me to Bear. But I would go ahead and create a slide and make sure that it's going to go to the correct one. So if it's not, and I made a mistake, I can simply click on it and unlink it if I didn't put it to go to the right one. And so if I don't have one and I need one in there, I can always add another slide. So now this slide's 28. And we will go to slide 28 and apply. So now that whenever I click it, I don't know if I can click it from here. There we go. It's going to take me to this nice blank slide where I can add pictures of ants and talk about what an ant is. Yes, this video will be recorded and shared in the Cavern Crusade. And if you're not sure how to get to Cavern Crusade, I can email you the directions and or the link and show you how to get there. All right, any other questions? So it's kind of a real quick session. We only went about half an hour. But that's it. That's how you make word walls. You can use Google Sheets to make word walls. I'm not too familiar, but I've seen teachers use them. I would think it's a little bit more for the older kids using the sheets, but it kind of works the same way. I like Google Slides a whole lot better, but you would just kind of link it the same and they would go, you would have the sheet where it goes to like another sheet. Not really sure, but there is some information out there on the web on how to do word walls using Google Sheets. And but this is the one on Google Slides. So I hope you enjoyed it and you're able to learn how to make those word walls. And if you have any questions, I will be in here for the next few minutes and I can go over anything else if you missed it. But thank you for joining me today.
Gracias, Anita. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Anita. That was good.
Thanks.